hardcore. Every single day, I'll be getting more smug. Home assistant IO be my automation hub. And let me set things straight. No keyboard or monitor, I SSH. Yeah, you can't see me when I encrypt all my traffic through my VPN. You wanna try and track me, then be my guest. You couldn't find me even with my DNS. If you really want to, I will be direct. When I do not catch these hands is the address. Do your research, that's what you'll get, man. Working on my music anywhere like a jet. Man, it's so fly to be so close by. Yo, my files anytime just cause these code lines. My syntax layout strong like Snorlax. But you will never get this like your name Borat. If you bout that life, do it for the pie, man. Gotta rep the pie till you die, man. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Oh no! The night's out, I'm about to turn, yo, lights out. Because it's past 10, own tracks as we're home. So the lights turn off from the location on our phone. All of my lights, maybe the right side got a night bright that turns on at the notion of my finger when I swipe right. And if it's date night, I gotta set the mood, man, for no reason at all. Cause I gotta be that dude, man. Ha, creepy, I know. It's just all up in my guts like GPIO. Flow like Nile, watcher like Giles. Open VPN, all of my files. Got machines having combos, MQTT. Bruh, automation makes it beat too easy. My homie John's gold, like C3P. Oh yeah, my code's fixed, now we in completely. Everything's in sync, I guess I call it unity. Snippets of code from the Hash web community. Started off like I'm trying to learn Tamil. Now I SSH nano, type it in my YAML. Lines, I'll do it. Temperature control it. You're the one who broke into my house, I'll know it. If you wanna ride, Amazon got a holler, man. Computer does it all for like $35, man. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it. Do it for the pie, do it for the pie. It's not a real pie, so please don't eat it.
Well, I heard this dude named Schrodinger put cats inside a box. Someone please call PETA. That's quite unorthodox. Is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle all in effect? Zombie cats, both alive and dead. Well, what did you expect? When deciphering the binary, the waveform goes away. If you measure probability of specific quantum states, you can't know a priori how an atom might behave. Yet through this observation, the universe is changed. What? I've never seen a cat like that. Schrodinger, I'm sorry, but you might get slapped. Well, you won't get slapped at the very same time. Why can't you make up your mind? Micro to macro, classical to quantum. Superpositions? I think we have a problem. When we check on the cat, is he alive or dead? You say both, but now you're messing with my head. The multiverse has got me down. How can I be in the woods while I'm also downtown? And don't say Central Park, I mean a place where I can catch Pokemon after dark. Two answers at once, that's the haps. Like Kellyanne Conway's alternative facts. Alive while I'm dead, Schrodinger said it. Many possible worlds, you can go ask Hugh Everett. A future state like being asleep while at a Chainsmoker show. Wait, that happens constantly. Hold on, the possibilities are ample. Let me think about it, I can find a new example. Shaggy asked how magnets work. Unpaired electrons, don't feel like a jerk. 7 million records sold, that's a lot, ICP. While juggalos are criticized for lacking PhDs. And how can Twisted keep dissing Violent J when he hooked them up? That's not okay. On FagoLovers.net, I press refresh. A Hot 97, just getting upset. He's like Tech9's a boy, but we paved the way. Blase Rose got dropped, I don't know what to say. And by the way, I saw Twisted at Webster Hall. A fight broke out, and the lights went on. You can't Dan Hatchet Men, Jamie and Paul. Why'd you have 7 openers that night after all? So what is a juggalo? I don't know. I left with a really sad feeling that show. Coming home, my girlfriend called me on the phone. She said packages were stolen from the lobby. I'm like, yo, we called the cops and described the box. 1 minute it was there, then 1 minute it was not. I'm like, oh my God, it's like Schrodinger's cat. The cops like, what? I'm like, imagine that. Okay, maybe I think I might be getting off track in a song about quantum physics and cats. My point is that a deterministic vision might limit your view and be a prison. While the probability that this verse is too long is 100%, so let's finish this song. I've never seen a cat like that. Schrodinger, I'm sorry, but you might get slapped. Well, you won't get slapped at the very same time. Why can't you make up your mind? Micro to macro, classical to quantum. Superpositions? I think we have a problem. When we check on the cat, is he alive or dead? You say both, but now you're messing with my head. I've never seen a cat like that. Schrodinger, I'm sorry, but you might get slapped. Well, you won't get slapped at the very same time. Why can't you make up your mind? Micro to macro, classical to quantum. Superpositions? I think we have a problem. When we check on the cat, is he alive or dead? You say both, but now you're messing with my head. The zombie T-Rex is back, undead swag with that old school rap. Cause it's Curtis Blow with that nerdist flow, getting pterodactyl flag on the track. 4 records deep, 5 EPs, 1 mixtape, cause you can't kill me. Poison when I spit it, Komodo dragon, nerdcore royalty, kimono dragon. Sesco Bedalian loquaciousness, no rapper ever born did a rhyme like this. MC Lars with the rhythmic alacrity, oratory skills causing mad catastrophe. The whole crew sick, like Kubrick, got your eyes wide shut for this apocalypse. Let's face it, I'm an awesome rapper, post-punk laptop velociraptor. No, I won't dumb it down for the mainstream fan, cause the mainstream fan has lame taste, man. Yeah, I said it. And I'm flying over hurdles, keep it underground like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. See a funny thing happen on my way to the stage. Waylaid by a stegosaurus, stacking on my leg. When I made my escape, it was way too late. Got that T-virus strain all up in my veins, bringing pain like the Necronomicon. Iguanagon loose up at Comic-Con, tearing up your lawn like a Moplodon. Take away your girl like I was Donkey Kong. Jurassic Park this van in your city every time I rock a show. Cause the fans all bounce when I light up the room with that pyroclastic flow. Yo! No mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever. No mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever. No mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever. No mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever. Cause I make that smart music, that hard DIY from the heart music, that Lars, he came to straight rocket music, that burning down your local hot topic music, that KRS-One on my album music, that of course you know I've read up on Malcolm music, that PMA all day music, that guy who gave you K-Flay music, that R.I.P. Pat Wood music, that only wanna do a bit of good music, that got here on my own music, that hey it's Weird Al on my phone music, that lit hop Edgar Allan Poe music, that show your English teacher how to flow music, that TED Talk read a book music, that look at Scissor Crack on the hook music, like no mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever. No mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever. No mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever. No mercy, no surrender. Zombie T-Rex, I'm killing it forever.
Our top story tonight, a herd of zombie dinosaurs is loose in San Francisco, causing more damage and destruction than the city has ever seen. We go now live to the Golden Gate Bridge, where a zombie Tyrannosaurus Rex is currently ripping apart the suspension cables and pushing cars into the bay. Francisco has already seen its local coffee markets impacted by these zombie dinosaurs, what these developments mean for your organic Arabica, and then enterprising young people are bringing gentrification to dinosaur caves and dens. We find the city's best apocalyptic food trucks, and finally, an Oxford study finds that white kids are still not hyphy. What can you do to help? We'll cover it after the break.
What is up, guys? Hopefully you can actually hear me. There's a little bit of a delay, hence the earphone in my ear, so that I know when that happens, even though I end up taking the headphone out because it is very, very jarring. Had to get myself something to drink before we started. But how are you guys doing tonight? I'm doing pretty dang awesome. Have had a relatively great weekend. Lots of surprising sales, and it's just been rather awesome. So I appreciate anybody who's tuning in who's recently purchased something, or if you've recently just discovered my stuff, welcome. We're kind of a it doesn't matter who you are type stream, whether you're into doodling, drawing, or you're just into just watching things come to life and creations being drawn. Welcome. Don't really subscribe to that hoity-toity oh, your art sucks type scene. So if you're just a beginner, awesome. If you are not and you're a seasoned veteran, awesome. I just like drawing, point blank and simple. If you missed last week, we drew Jim Carrey. I wish, you know, it's funny, I have the worst habit of not actually photographing my art. This time I scanned it before I sent it off, but I completely forgot to take a picture of it, so I had to actually scan through a video to actually share it tonight on Instagram. So that was kind of like a little bit of a cluster. I want to say fuck, but I don't know if I should be cursing. Oops, if you're not into cursing. We kind of curse a lot. But cluster, you know what, and didn't think about actually photographing it, so ended up finding it in a camera still before I actually sent it off. Glad I scanned it though, so I do have it scanned, but just did not think to actually photograph it. That kind of reminds me of a drawing that I did a long time ago of aerial monsters, and it is a, not Icus, not Crumb, Oblina. So it was this Oblina acrylic painting that I think it eventually sold to somebody, I want to say in Arizona, I want to say that whole Midwest area, somewhere over there it sold, and I was so happy that it sold. I never scanned it. And ever since then, this little thing tends to plague me. I don't know if that guy, if that, cannot talk. I don't know if that actually happens to you guys at all. I'm notorious for that. Anyway, if you didn't read the title, or you just don't subscribe to Instagram, tonight we are going to be drawing a zombified 80s style Madonna. Had to pick a genre of, actually not genre, era of Madonna that I wanted to draw. Somebody recently messaged me on Etsy, and I was like, that is a really cool idea. And I thought, you know what, I want to draw 80s Madonna, so I'm kind of going for a desperately seeking Susan 80s vibe. Couldn't resist in actually sketching this out. It's got a little bit more definition that I would actually like to share with a sketch. For the most part, most of my sketches do not look like what they're supposed to look like, and I would show you that, except for I can't find the sketchbook. Go figure. Anyway, so if you missed out, most of my... I'm trying to find that sketchbook. Should I find the sketchbook? Should I not? Debate. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We actually found it. So this is the sketchbook that I was talking about. We're almost done actually with the sketchbook, which I'm pretty freaking stoked about. So what I was getting at is, you'll see my sketches sometimes just definitely do not look like what the final drawing looks like. And I started to keep them actually in the notebook just because I thought it'd be kind of cool and fun to show people, especially people that are struggling with, oh, my thumbnails look so pretty. My thumbnails, or my little sketches, sometimes don't look so pretty. This one I'm actually impressed with. Granted, I'm really excited to draw Madonna, and specifically 80s Madonna, just because I want to. I'm going to be adding a little bit of color, which is another thing that I don't know if I've expressed, but I've been painting a lot with color recently, and it's been so much freaking fun. And I thought tonight we might, I might actually paint her lips red. I haven't decided yet, but I'm definitely, this portion, I'm going to be adding some gold paint to it, just because I need that little pop, and I want that little pop. I might add a little bit into the earring, but overall this is what it's going to be looking like. Granted, a little bit more scrunched in, but yeah, so that's what we're going to be going for tonight. But I thought I would share how sometimes my sketches don't look like the final product. For me, sketches are realistically just about kind of creating the shape that I want, and you know, knowing what kind of a rough shape I need to get in order to, I guess, achieve them looking like who they're supposed to look like. So it's kind of like a loose roadmap. Granted, this is kind of like a little tight roadmap. I'm hoping that I don't screw it up. But that's kind of like the beauty and the fun in all of this, is that sometimes it just doesn't need to be perfect, and it's more about getting the idea out there. So that's kind of why I say, if you are a beginning drawer, somebody that just enjoys doodling every once in a while, or just somebody that's just like a total lurker and just likes to sit there and lurk in on the doodles, this doodle and this whole live stream is for you guys. But I did, before we start, want to ask you guys for some suggestions. I have a few more blank pages within this sketchbook. This is one that I'm not going to be adding to the sketchbook, so to speak. I'm going to be actually, once it's finished, adding it to my Etsy shop in case any of you guys want to purchase it. So probably before, I'm going to take some pictures, and I'm probably going to scan it and then take some pictures. But yeah. So, looking forward to drawing, but definitely let me know in the comments what we should finish the sketchbook with. I've got like 4 or 5, maybe 6, maybe a slight 8 pages empty within this sketchbook, and I genuinely want to finish it. And so maybe we can do an actual sketchbook tour at some point next year, because I kind of have the next few months actually scheduled all the way up. So let's get to actually taping the doodle down. Normally, this is just kind of like my little fun fact, little tidbit, is I like to tape the edges down, just because it helps me stay within the page. I don't know about you guys, but art school, they teach you continuity and going off the page, and sometimes it is such a bad habit to break. I don't know if anybody else has that issue. It might just be me. I might go a little bit less than a quarter, like right there. Just because, knowing my luck, that is going to be too thick. Normally use one that's a little bit thinner, but I can't seem to find that roll, so we're just gonna go with the flow. Right now, if you hear that little noise, is I'm basically taking the tape and running it against my shirt, and that's just to make it less sticky, so when I go to pull it up, I don't actually pull on the paper. How are you, Julia Art? I am doing awesome. I having an awesome night, awesome weekend actually. Can't really complain. How are you doing tonight? I'm just taping down edges. So we're trying to do kind of eyeballing the quarter mark here, and I'm probably going to do something stupid like rip this in a really awkward way. No worries. So in case you missed it, we're gonna be drawing an 80s Madonna. She's gonna be zombified, so that's kind of our sketch. In case you're joining in, hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna check right now. Yeah, you guys can totally see it a little bit. It's in frame. But we're just taping down the edges, and we're gonna get to actually doodling here in a minute, so I'm gonna switch the camera off and just kind of focus on the actual sketching of this art piece, and we're gonna be adding a little bit of gold just because I want to give it a little bit more like bling with it, and I may or may not make her lips red. In case you missed out last weekend, we drew Ace Ventura Pet Detective, Jim Carrey. Definitely check that out on my Instagram page. I wish I had taken a picture again. That's a side note for other artists. Like, if you ever sell something, take a picture of it before you sell it. Anyway, lesson learned. Hopefully, because this has happened twice. Anyway, we're going to get down to actually sketching this, and hopefully, give or take, mimicking what we've got going on here. It may turn out better, it may turn out worse, but for the most part, it's all about the fun. Anyway, so let me get to actually doodling. I might take like a 2-minute break in between, just so that What kind of art are you doing? I'm so sorry, I missed your question. But pretty much it's an ink drawing, so to speak. I'm going to be using some, this is a pen that I've been really enjoying. It's a Montana gold pen. I guess Montana gold, or is it just called Montana? Well, it's a Montana acrylic black ink pen. I wish it had a thinner nib. I'm probably going to look for a thinner nib at some later point in time. But I love just how opaque it is. You can see it from this sketch right here. But it's mostly going to be an ink drawing. So we're going to start out with some pencil and then work our way into actually inking the doodle, and then ultimately adding some gold, just because I want to add a little bit of bling to that jacket. And maybe, just maybe, we'll actually make the lips red. I haven't decided as of yet. But that is where we are going with this. And yeah, so give me about 2 minutes to share on social media that we're going to actually be starting the doodle. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. And like I said, pull out your sketchbook, pull out whatever it is that you want to actually get done tonight, even if it's just sitting there and just writing down ideas. It's all about getting those ideas out there. Anyway, so give me 2 minutes, we'll be back, and then we'll get to actually sketching this guy. Alright guys, so we are back. If you're just tuning in, we are going to be drawing like an 80s zombified Madonna. Here's the rough sketch. Just letting everybody know on social media that we went live. So we've taped down our edges. For the most part, I think it's in a great position. I may move it if that's the case. But we're going to be using some inking pens, this Montana acrylic pen, just because I'm in love with this thing. Don't normally rant and rave about pens. This has been one of those pens that I've been wanting to try for a while, and let me just tell you, I love it. It's probably definitely something that I'm going to use coming October. Thanks. Welcome back. Thanks, Julia Art. So this is definitely a pen that I'm totally keeping in my arsenal in terms of actually drawing in October. Oh, and another one, this dude. I realized paper matters. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I have the worst luck with white gel pens, and it seems like it doesn't matter what I try, they never work. Well, decided on a whim to try it on this sketch just to see if I could use it on top of the Montana inking acrylic pen, and sure enough, totally can. So learned something new. Anyway, so we're gonna get onward to actually sketching our actual final drawing out and then painting it ultimately. Usually takes us roughly about maybe like 2.5, maybe 3 hours, and that kind of sounds crazy, but that's kind of like our Saturday night thing. So if you want to stay up, definitely feel free and join us. Bring out that sketchbook, bring out that stupid idea that you want to get out there, just because I think we all have a habit of just hoarding things instead of actually writing ideas out and like getting the shit out there and doing things and getting things done. I don't know about you guys, but I am totally guilty of that, and I found clarity in just writing shit down and just crossing shit out. And that's kind of become this whole live stream. So if you don't follow us on Instagram before we start our actual sketch, pretty much on Instagram we share a poll where you guys pretty much get to decide what we draw for the live stream. And so pretty much majority wins. So if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Instagram channel at inkeater, and you can participate in the polls if that's totally your thing. And if it's not, no worries, totally get it. But let's get onward to sketching this bad guy and going from there. So we're gonna be turning on the headphones. The music that you're hearing is kind of just copy-free music, and it's the best that I can do. So if you're just not down for those kind of tunes, I get it. Hey, pop in your headphones and just kind of zone out and doodle and get that thing done that you want to get done. So yeah, we're gonna get down to sketching now.
To get murked with that acetone and that turpentine and that benzene going berserk. Roger, Roger, rabbit, Roger, rabbit. Box office smash like a Roger, rabbit. You 3 dope shorts like a Roger, rabbit. 1 buck 2 like a Roger, rabbit. I'll put this rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put the shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into a ground. This rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put this shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into the ground.
Soon where Toontown once stood will be a string of fast food restaurants with Bible verses confusingly printed on cheeseburger wrappers and soda cups. Guitar retailers with wonderful, overpriced prosumer gear. As far as the eye can see, my God, it'll be beautiful. Check out the Squire Strat I got for $200. What a bargain.
I'll put this rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put the shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into the ground. This rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put this shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into the ground. Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten has very bad morals. Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten has very bad morals. Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten in it. Baron Von Rotten has very bad morals. Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten in it. Baron Von Rotten has very bad morals in it.
Hello.
Hey, Dad, how are you?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, mate?
Good. We're just finishing up the record. I'm in Berkeley right now.
Oh, that's cool. How's the record going?
It is good. I'm really happy with it. And, you know, I've been listening to a lot of E40 to get in the zone. What did you think of his new album?
Oh, E40, he's awesome. He really represents Bay Area indie rap. You know, he's been around for a while, and he started small, you know, with his East Bay roots, and then he's grown the whole Bay Area and nationwide. And, you know, he's one of the best in the game, buddy.
Chill.
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 Hey, do you sometimes kind of wish I'd gone to law school?
Check my budget, man. If I'm in the green, I still ain't budging, man. Check my budget, man. If I'm in the green, I still ain't budging, man. Yeah, you hit me up and said you wanna see a movie. Looking at my budget app right back at you like, who, me? It's my presence, you will never get this. We got a whole backlog chilling on the Netflix. Didn't know that you had a money tree, but since you ballin' now, can I have some money, please? Who you trying to play? I can't do nothing today. This year I'm maxing out my savings and my work 401k. I used to hit the club in my 20s trying to ball out. My bank account the next day steady looking like it's fallout. Picture this, it's my old man starter kit. We got ourselves a house, so now I'm Thanos with the gardening. Invite us out, probably not, but we try. I'd rather pay that extra till my mortgage till we refi. Gotta stash some money hidden for a rainy day. When we old and wrinkly, we bout to have it raining. Hey! Check my budget, man. If I'm in the green, I still ain't budging, man. Check my budget, man. If I'm in the green, I still ain't budging, man.
Kids on the train selling snack packs. Dudes busting moves, wanting cash in their snapbacks. Asking that you give $1 or $2, but you won't do, cause your rent due, and you wanna spend too. Who knew? Got your spreadsheet up to date with all the digits and in it. Many limits exceeded. You bought ish that you didn't need, and now you depleted. Your wallet bleeding, but you gotta eat, and so you mixing eggs and rice and sriracha. Your choices got you by the balls. In your younger days, had a pretty sweet job and the money paid, but then you had to go awaken your appetite for making melodies and occasionally doing a play. So bye-bye 401k, farewell to the bonuses annually. But that's okay if that make you happy. Just be healthy and budget responsible. Landlord, raise your rent. Check your budget, man. Souvlaki shop, charge you for sauce. Check your budget, man. Contemplating quitting your engineering position to be a musician. Check your budget, man.
Check my budget, man. If I'm in the green, I still ain't budging, man. Check my budget, man. If I'm in the green, I still ain't budging, man. Check my budget, man. Check my budget, man. Check my budget, man. Check my budget, man.
Girl, I see a lot more faithful days when I catch a glimpse of your face.
You're the silver lining to every mistake that I might do. I dreamt about a goddess and she looked just like you, yeah.
My head spin and my heart race when your lips whisper my name.
How'd she crack the code? How'd you get the best of me? Others took small pieces, but you got the whole damn rest of me. Blessed to be where I am, just admiring my destiny. Embrace the partial death of me when single me is rest in peace. Your hair, stare, style, flare, nose, eyes, thighs. But what? Don't get me started on why I love you so much. Your mind, kindness, insight, and intellect to heal or cut. You laugh at all my jokes, you cuddle close, must be the one.
I see a lot more faithful days when I catch a glimpse of your face. My head spin and my heart race when your lips whisper my name.
Let's make some plans, baby, or keep it casual. Whatever you're leaning towards, I'm with it, sounds magical. I'm all yours. My heart's on Adderall, laser focus beats attention on you like a matador. The love I can't ignore, a kid in a candy store. I'm sugar high and I can't keep my hands out of yours. Love has no manual and very few rules, besides that I stop tickling whenever you go and call a truce. We live in a choosy universe and you still chose me. Fascinated one another and that's what gives me hope. See, I've seen relationships all born out of necessity. Tragic people coupled up purely cause they were lonely. You're not my missing piece, you're not my other half. You're an extra bonus heart I didn't know someone could have. It's like the space up in my chest turned into a nest up in the stars and made enough room to snuggle us up as a couple of stars struck larks. That's kinda beautiful, ain't it? Let's go and frame it. My fine art skills are crappy, so I have to use my words to paint it. I hope I've illustrated, even in the smallest bit, how much I love you, and when I say it, babe, I mean it. I really mean it, not just when it's convenient. With you, I've got an LQ that's bordering on genius. My Venus, my queen, yes, visions of you scenic. You're all I need, babe.
Socks and my slides. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. It's my style, everybody thinks it's whack, man. Socks and slides since I was running college track, man. But everyone who knows me, knows I'd rather die than feel a toe breeze. Yo, please, I'll be rolling in the whip, man, or chilling by the pool. Take a sip, fam, and it doesn't matter where I sit, man. My toes are always toasty. Live, fam. Do some free weights in the gym, man. While you lacing up, I'm on the bench already facing up. But my undersole is steady, no slip, fam. While you falling like Alicia Keys, you a trip, man. Get your act right, better shine a light on your facts. That's a backlight, and I rap right with that type of swag that'll smack life into cadavers, even crash type dummies. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. I got my flash socks on, feeling kinda rad. I'm strolling around Whole Foods looking like a dad. Yeah, I'm on my grind, you know what it's gotta mean. Cold brew next week, picking up my coffee beans. Looking out they side, they eyes, they gotta learn though. I'm basically 50, disco inferno. What's that mean also? If you worry about me, Yoko, you can stop before you say, oh no. Before your boy swings back, yo. If you get my viewpoint, GoPro. You clean like the rain in Africa, Toto. Black Star gonna be so pro. My tips are always free, pro bono. Translate for your boy Chico. Long story short, this footwear, my cheat code. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. You know my feet are never Socks and slides, socks and slides, just one hop, now I got the glide. Socks and slides, socks and slides, just one hop, now I got the glide. Socks and slides, hop, whoop, glide. Socks and slides, hop, whoop, glide. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Just let me be blunt. My speech in the morning, nothing but grunts. With no coffee, that's as dangerous. On a scale from 1 to 10, I rank it that girl from Stranger Things. And if you get what I'm saying, my attitude be mad flagrant like I'm Draymond. But you ain't get the picture, BMP. So I'm gonna keep pushing on you, GNC. It's like, yeah, the first thing on my mind is when that hot coffee gonna seep into the coffee grind. It's like some magic's floating all in the air. Toss some ice cubes in my cup, it's a good day. All I gotta say is that it's starting in a good way. It's time for work and man, I don't even care. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Start fresh, that's how it's gotta be. Everything starts back with your coffee beans. If it's cold brew, then it's gotta be coarse. Don't get the cart ahead of the horse, start learning the course. But of course you can disregard, and don't at me if it gets too hard. When it's my time to drink, man, it's always on hand. Drink from a cup or a bottle, even a can. You never know when you're craving a hit. It could be in the bathroom while you're taking a Ric Flair, I'll say he ain't got nothing on it. When that coffee hits my lips, it's a seance. Feeling real super with the cape on. Anything I'll take on. This cup of coffee, yeah, boy, this is the shit. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Third verse, so I guess that's where I talk about how we might be addicted in a roundabout kind of way, or how you say, a dependency that's in my life, and I'm proud to say it's filling me with way more energy than I'll ever need, keeping me up for things I thought I'd never see. Time's gonna kill us all one day, whether old age, illness, or from listening to Coldplay. F that noise, wubba lub lub. Drink all the coffee, chug a lug lug. The day doesn't start till you're on your second cup. If they talk before then, homies better duck. It's 100% okay to start swinging in every single convo, unless you see I'm bringing a cup of Joe. Tell him bring some mo for your bro who made that coffee song. I'll tell him go home. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew.
Always wanted this kind of outro. Wishing I could go back and tell everything I now know to a younger me. Looking up at 23, filled up with anxiety to overcome what's underneath and let him know he onto something, but he got some problems coming. You'll feel like you need a lot, but you'll act like you're wanting nothing. It's like you're paralyzed, can't move cause you're terrified. Mind inside a paradigm where you don't even dare to try. So you just lay at night, wide awake with grandeurs of a way of life where everything is perfect till you open those ungrateful eyes. It's kinda like your place to hide. So instead, you'll do everything they say to do. You'll get a corporate job and make 100K out of school. The music still be working at it with your far from perfect habits. I wish that I could tell you that everything will be fine, but I'm not really sure I'm qualified to, because I thought I'd know what to say by now. And honestly, I thought I'd be in LA by now. Instead, I'm wasting all my time like I've got nothing to prove. Sit alone and ruin my day just for something to do. And it's been the same for years without an evolution. Claim to be the next to do it without ever executing. I got a mixture of excuses and a list of resolutions, and feel guilty doing anything unless I've been productive. But time doesn't wait, so I'm just missing moments. I'm getting older without getting any closer. Every week I board another flight that takes me farther from my goals and leaves me at a destination that is hardly like a home. So now I'm out of sorts and feeling out of pocket. I'm drifting out of port, I'm set on autopilot. And just to pay the price so I can pay the rent and either pay attention or feel this pain again. And honestly, I'm terrified that I'ma die and be forgotten quickly. If I go out, I don't know if there's a lot who'd miss me. Hopefully I'll really have a soulmate, so at least I'll have a body beside mine to be rotting with me. My mind has been making all these obstacles. Some days I wake up and I feel like I'm unstoppable, and then the next day it feel like it's all impossible. The world is at my fingers, but there's nowhere else I wanna go. And last night I finally hit my limit. Liquor in my system, but never had clearer vision. Punching walls and throwing keys, glass shards and broken screens. I couldn't keep blaming life for problems, cause I know it's me. The root of all these issues is the lack of all my actions. Tired of feeling like I'm not committed to my passions. And as the tears flow, I had a moment of clarity, feeling like I'm finally hearing all the things I would say to me, like, I'm begging you to cut the acts and the annex. It isn't any kind of magic, ain't no rabbit and hat trick. It's just maximum actions at bats with natural talent. And it's gonna actually happen once you can axe the distractions. But right now nobody's nearing ya, and doing nothing is your mode and your median. You wanna flounder, you should go to aquariums. The block is mine like I'm owning Ethereum. I know you can hear me, but it's slow and I'm fearing you gon' end up like another fucking old bit of sneering man. Just walk around with absolutely no need for air and lungs. In Old Testament, back to times when Noah would pair him up. So please just for a minute put a hold on the snare and drums. Give me a moment to share the love, and if you're over it, fair enough. Just let me know now, do you really want the gold or are you here for fun? Cause if it's the latter, I'll happily end the banter. You can get on that plane and live happily ever after. But I saw the way you got up this morning. You haven't smiled since you stopped your recording. And I won't raise my voice now because I'm tired of yelling. Nobody's buying your charade, so why you trying to sell it? Said it's affecting those who love you and believe in you, the ones who wanna see you do the shit that you've been meaning to. So treat this like you want it or get treated for this problem. You can't go through life halfing with these clouds around your conscience. You know you need to live each day deliberate, cause regret is unforgiving. You got choices, now show me which one is it. And I'm not worried about the numbers or the press of the streams. Just prove to me that you can focus on your dreams. Or else just give it up and move on. Pack your bags and put your suit on. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. As much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. As much as you love me. I know the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. As much as you love me.
just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. Yeah, I said the sun gon' shine in the morning, but I just wanna love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me. I just wanna love me as much as you love me, as much as you love me. Sun gon' shine in the morning.
I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. Daenerys be the name, and I'm setting hearts aflame when I'm burning down these villages and freeing all the slaves. Wiz Khaleesi, have you bit my dragons? My brother tried to sell me to Khal Drogo, look what happened. A bit hot-headed with that molten golden crown. I stopped the Khalasar, so don't be messing with me now. Look my lover in the eye, winter's coming, so am I. I burned the witch alive who took my son and husband's lives. But I survived so frisky, now these dragons have my back. Suitors are so frisky and they always try to mac. Zara, Zoe, and Daxos had to lock him in a vault. Made my way to Slaver's Bay, but it was not my fault. It was karmic retribution. There was no preparing them when Crisis tried to mess with the wrong Targaryen. I smarted him like Tyrion when I knew High Valyrian. These creatures on my shoulders, well, I think you should be fearing them. You are now watching the throne. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. Dothraki, unsullied behind me, like I'm Luminine. It's the mother of dragons with my gigantic army. We be marching to Marine, but no, we didn't come to party. Cause they crucified the slaves and put them on the cross. Sir Jorah, please get lost. I know you think I'm hot. My schedule's kinda busy, got no time for Perrier. White girl politicking, that's Daenerys Palin. From Dorne to the Stormlands, the north and beyond. To the Westlands and Essos, I'm keeping it strong. From the Crownlands to the Reach, you know I'm getting love. To the Riverlands and back because I've got that dragon blood. So follow more clueless, I thought that you knew this. But dragons aren't people, you know we've been through this. I'm quick to burn a hater, no mercy, damagers, smacking kings in the face like my name was Cersei Lannister. Burn, burn, you should gonna burn. 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 I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, you should gonna burn. I got dragon blood, you should gonna burn. I got dragon blood, you should gonna burn. Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew. I got dragon blood, you should gonna burn. I got dragon blood, you should gonna burn. I got dragon blood, you should gonna burn. Cause I'm always going hard with my Dothraki crew.
made a lane up in the game myself, while the critics thought that I Kurt Cobain myself. It's all love. I reached out and gave my help, cause I know what kind of business we in. If you ain't in it to win, then that's a loss. Bars is off the chain, similar to rabid dogs. Trust me, I had it all, making it look effortless. Even if you gotta hit Wikipedia just to catch up with the references. Nice with the pen or off the dome. Ryan Howard, swinging to my dog's home. Spit that real ish. With Philly like Will Smith. Watch me cancel it quick like my name was Phil Fish. What? If he believes you, then he a fool. Think I deal with more knuckleheads now than when I was teaching school. Now I charge like a Pikachu. So unless you make it worth my time, I ain't gonna even move. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Show and the concepts down. Thought the label was folded when rhyme stepped down. My rap style's complicated as theories from Pascal. I gain ground like Marshawn on Last Down. Your ambiguity's the reason you can't get with me. I linguistically alter all imagery. This is far from the standard. I'm awkward with stanzas. You might try to charge me with slander. Answer, I'm always correct. I'm running things a new man like I got 100 rings. Imposter? Nope, I ain't him. Avoid the state pen. Control the machines, Hank Pym. Ultron, I'm so bomb. None can hold mine. Dragging beats over the goal line. All of my material the truth, but trying to follow random is a trivial pursuit. Known to start fires when I get up in the booth, and the fact that I'm living is the proof. Vindicate me, Mega Ran, Renegade, MC, big giant circles. Yeah, you know what it be. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition. Not guilty, y'all got to feel me. Squeaky clean, really still I feel filthy. Stop and listen, I give you my composition. Running big giant circles around the competition.
Let your mind go, let your mind go. 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 Let your mind go wherever it wants to. Let that positivity flow through your brain until it haunts you every day, every night. Let it flourish all around you, in your face, by your side. Next to sharks that trying to drown you. Not so bad when you're walking a plank and the haters around you are stuck in a tank. Ocean below you, it turns to a bank. And assuming in the money and emerge from the pain and the capsize. And the bad times when your fam lies. Just got word of your dad died, but you can't cry cause he was a bad guy. And you don't wanna be him, nor can I won't be, mom show me. God let us show with a go key. Devil's in the way, but I hope peace. Never be afraid of your own peace. The angels around you are watching, believe in yourself. Failure not an option. Grind for your mind and you see where it drops in. Right on time, 3 outside Cyclopses. Let your mind go, let your mind go. 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 Let your mind go, get in line, fo. Evolution of your third eye, where you find hope. Trip to another
the dimension, the universe bending, feels like I'm ahead of my time zone. Unrealistic, then again, how real is this? Life we living inside this prison, where minds conditioned to fly the distance. I'm soaring low, I know we close, I got the right to know what our minds can do. Let's ignite the show, go deep inside you and talk to your soul. Let the reaper find you, you turn to a ghost or a spirit. Go look in the mirror, it's so self that you never seen clearer. They hide in your minds with a different appearance. Materialistic imperialism, it's all the distraction, the stupid, the children. Puppets above us, so strings on me. GMOs in the play while you eat through the dishes. Tired of lies, ones that we living and leaving behind. Rebels are risen, start freeing your mind. Extend to no limits, the powers inside you. Don't ever stop digging for wisdom. Let your mind go, let your mind go. 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 Let your mind go, let your mind go.
This one's for every beautiful has-been. The loves of past, future, and my present, presented to me delicately pressed into a memory. I can feel the brush inside my mind, painting what one might look like lying on the sofa and another just plain lying, a previous me crying for lack of proper goodbye. And it's also for you, every person with has-beens. You who filed old emotional baggage into recycle or trash bins. Which one goes where? I guess it depends on where it ends, if it ends. If there was ever really a chance that it's the end of summer, but we can still be friends. My mind is a bit of a museum, art everywhere, you might stop and stare if you could see them. Lucky for me though, you probably never will. They're not exactly painful, but still. I've tried so many times to pry the parchment down with careful fingers, and that's when I see it. Tiny cracks in the artwork, the starts of tears, so I leave it. It's fitting for a haunted house to have art that's beautifully tragic. If Scooby-Doo and crew rolled through my mind, I'd like to think they'd find themselves enthralled by the magic. Long before they ever saw the ghoul behind the facade, working my heartstrings and brain synapses at the same synchronized, methodical, odd pace. Hoping to get at me, bring it all back and see. If now is tragedy, past is my majesty. If it still matters to be in the presence of clouds of perfume that could make up the essence of tears, fears, trust, and lust. Beers, jeers, dust, and fluff that could fill in the gaps of my story as I heard it. Pad all the parts that aren't perfect, to blur the worst and cover the worthless, to blot out the parts that I once found disturbing. Convince me the past is comforting. Heaven resign my own mind to be forcibly sentenced to wallow inside of the trap of resentment and drag all my effort away from the present.
Ups and downs and ins and outs, I come back your last. The smiles or frowns or brand new towns whenever I need rest. I know there's a velvet room with paintings to my left, and a box with slivered pieces of the love from in my chest. Ups and downs and ins and outs, I come back your last. But smiles or frowns or brand new towns whenever I need rest. I know there's a velvet room with paintings to my left, and a box with slivered pieces of the love from in my chest.
I think there's a value in appreciation without longing, fondly recalling what you did last summer without needing to check your Instagram. You each played a role, a painting in a gallery, a crucial thread in the tapestry. Sometimes we part ways with the silence of the last few grains of sand passing through an hourglass. Other times, It's with the screeching brakes too slow to prevent a crash. Each footprint in the path, each with the same promise of being the last. Me, I've learned to glance back and gently laugh, or at least give a knowing smile. Because love is all mistakes and perfection in equal parts. And if I've ever seen one, love is a work of art.
Go bonkers. You put dopo nopo papa dippers. We live this, we don't even think. Go bonkers. Go bonkers. Trini, swag, sipping on a stag. Chillin' with the centerfold from the Scotch mat. She said she want Dr. told her put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Go bonkers. Girls, close the doors. Up, down, get that on the floor. Go bonkers. Go bonkers. I'm just a fly guy, living such a fly guy lifestyle. Girls gone wild, looking right for the limelight. In the nightlight, all these girls looking real fine. Their eyes on me, got their heart beating double time. Ladies on the bar, more drinks on the way. Party like a rock star, 'cause that's the only way. We smoke, we drink, we live this, we don't even think. Go bonkers. Go bonkers. Fast life, rose, no ice. Full speed, only one life. Go bonkers. Bring us a rock, drinking from the bottle like a cup. Till the sun come up, partying 'cause we don't give up. 'Cause the club don't stop rocking, we don't plan on stopping. And big tunes just dropping, and bottle just popping. And never stop topping at all, 'cause we party like a rock star. Go bonkers. You put dopo nopo papa dippers. We smoke, we drink, we live this, we don't even think. Go bonkers. Go bonkers. Trini, swag, sipping on a stag. Chillin' with the centerfold from the Scotch mat. She said she want Dr. told her put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. Go bonkers.
Welcome to the show, got another storyline. Sit yourself down, about to be a gory time. Toss away, we're back on the come up. Wanna step up, get my sum up, we gon' run up. This is destiny to be the greatest guardian alive. Can't be complacent, Crota got it once, Horse got it too. Third time's the time, tell you what we gon' do. No more legendary, gon' be exotic like all gon' learn. He ain't never gon' stop the light. It's a battle, hop back in the saddle. We will wrestle and hassle, and now we're breaking all the shackles. From the earth to the moon and Saturn, Guardians band together and recover the light that was shattered. Underdogs now, you ain't even pay us one thought. Just wait till we blow up like the rounds of my hunter sunshine.
Got a supercharged, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, no relay, no. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, no please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo. Yeah.
Slashing in a disorderly fashion, we make it happen. Give me the loot, it's time to cash in. Every player should hold me in high esteem when I strike with my fire team and blow the entire scene. Burn like incense, leaving an imprint, fleeing in Ariana's vengeance. The weapons are exotic, you can't stop the product. Zavala bring the drama, you cannot deny it. My movement you can't weaken, so we gotta crush the red legion and leave them dead bleeding. Elemental affinity for big guns. Sunshot, one shot, all you kids done. It blew the tower, but can't let that hinder us. Never giving up, we on the stuff that blew gender up. It's indisputable what I can do to you. The carnage is beautiful. Meet me in the crucible.
You gotta supercharge, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, newbie, lay low. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, newbie, please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo.
Yo, Rory XP is empowering this. Guardian from my well like empowering rift. Call a storm. Flash. Lightning ions, blasting guardians off the wall, fighting lions. Go ahead and beg, I will not stop. No community, but my guys be going pop, pop. Savage, merciless, no time for fake fads. Climbing the top, steady grinding like brake pads.
Break fast, your team, take last, no safe paths. Recruit, place ads, straight blast. We money, straight cash. Brave lads, play last and they smashed. Face facts, we murderous. I can hear your heartbeat through the mic, a sign of your nervousness. You getting nothing but the best from me. Just accept it, it's destiny. Let's go.
When you gotta supercharge, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, newbie, lay low. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, newbie, please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo.
Ain't no telling what we gon' do. Yeah, I've been feeling good lately, and it feels good to feel good again. Yeah, look, I wanna treat you like a 90s R&B song. No, it's only been a month, but I don't think we need long. Cause you got me out of my comfort zone, feeling comfortable in deep water cause of shallow feelings and undertows. See, I don't usually fall this fast, but you will make me call my last until I lose my number. Ain't worried about a title, but hope you don't choose another. Yeah, I'm in over my head, but something about you in the city makes me hope for the best. But fuck it, dog, I'm 23 with the world on a string, getting paid for every word that I sing. I earned everything, been working, and now I'm paying rent with my passion. GQ
you sending checks when I know nothing about fashion. I swear there's something you lack and that I know how to supply. We ain't even gotta talk, I see it all in your eyes. So don't you worry that I'm worried when you read in the mood. Said I'm just happy that I'm back to really feeling this good, I swear.
Ain't no telling what we gon' do. I'm just tryna love you. So come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby. Because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one to do this thing together. Ain't nobody do it better than you.
Yeah. Sipping wine that's quadruple my age, with a girl that's got me feeling this unusual way. Giving up private shows leads to where the private show I would go. Risk it all earlier if I knew just how those eyes would roll. See you either getting dirty or dusty, and I'm trying to be a man that you see worthy of trust and know that you're moving. And we ain't got the time to invest in something real, but for some reason I try nonetheless. Guess that's my intuition mixing with the liquor and some wishful thinking. You smiling at me as the crystal clinking, pouring a different drink when listening to old school rap. And you know every word to all that soul boom bap, so play that Mary J. Nah, there's no more rainy days. You prefer that 702 over them 808s. And yeah, you way too independent for some major deal. Mad when I take the bill and pay for meals, ain't even gotta say it's real, cause I understand the value of time and place. She can tell I'm overthinking the way that I'm looking past her, so she turned my head toward her and she kissed my face and said I'm here right now, and baby that's all that matters. And now she walking around my place with no clothes on, so draw the blinds baby, we can put a show on. Just know that I won't be tripping no matter how we continue, cause I'ma be great without you. Imagine how I'd be with you, I swear that there
ain't no telling what we gon' do. I'm just tryna love you. So come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby. Because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one to do this thing together. Ain't nobody do it better than you. Ain't no telling what we gon' do. I'm just tryna love you. So come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby. Because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one to do this thing together. Ain't nobody do it better than you.
Questions, still going hard to the best of my recollection. The man in the mirror, please peep the reflection. Love-hate relationship still leaves me guessing. But I got no doubt, like Gwen Stefani, looking 40 exchange like my name's Armani. I refuse to let the industry rob me. So you can get rammed or you can dodge me. Get it? Winning is my hobby. Chicks in the lobby, rent the whole floor, throw a big ass party. Probably do something ungodly, but there's no doubt I am here to turn it out. Shining bright like a diamond when your flames blowing out. Now I'm spazzing like Nick Cannon, wildin' out. See, I walk what I talk. What are you talking about? I don't think that is clear. You should figure it out. Bright like a diamond. Bright like a diamond. While your flames blowing out. No doubt. Bright like a diamond. Bright like a diamond. While your flames blowing out. Let's go. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself. Tel Aviv blowing up and you screaming for help. You gotta be determined like a refugee. You gotta be official like a referee. I wish you would try and step to to me. I turn into the Hulk and do so incredibly. Cross lands, cross seas, just to play y'all tracks. I'll be gone to November if I do come back. It'll be a cold ass winter if I do come back. But I have no doubt, therefore no slack. Black on black, everything except the president. It's evident the residents do not approve the president. So I'm preaching to the masses, a reverend. Cause I bless a track, and I'm heaven sent. And I stay 2 steps ahead like Central Intelligence. But I'm keeping the faith like Leo and the Reverend.
Yo, we about to get into right now, about to cover from A to Z, how I really get down. I'm talking about getting silly, getting wild, happens everywhere, coast to coast. Yeah, I'm talking about that con life. Yeah, I got a delicate balance between what I do for pay and what I do for play. Which would I choose? I don't think that I could say. Sometimes I feel a little two-faced knowing I go two ways. I'm just trying to defy all odds like Doug Flutie. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, I'm trying to strive to the weekend when the con is mine. Pack up my bags, ready, get set, go. Gotta catch my plane, it's time to jet set, yo. From coast to coast and con to con, like PAX to MagFest to CGF's what we on. Free play, arcades, all slaying, Street Fighter, Walter Beast, I could stay all day. I wish I could game time or even save time, but like an Apple Watch, I gotta show a little FaceTime. So for a great time and chilling at the same time, get the squad together and get faded with some great wine and say bye.
Yo, let me see your hands if you got that kind of life. Yeah, you heard me, I ain't gonna ask twice. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. Let me hear your war, let me see that cosplay. Shout out to the con, our hidden trove and enclave. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up.
Day 2, a little party never stopped me, man. I'll be damned. Pop some ibuprofen and toss back some coffee, fam. Seriously faded, gone like Vader. Had to let my force awaken several years later. Looked at the scotch and said, well played. Killed me last night, but now I'm back to life like Edo Sensei. Hit the vendor floor, it's where I spend the core amount of my time and my money, and in the end, but I'm rich in the memories of hanging with my homies, meeting cool cats who never would've known me. Keeping on schedule, man, that's half the battle. Right now, I'm sure I'm late to my own damn panel. So I kick back a Red Bull, now I got wings. Hello, I'm here to talk to you about raps and things. Since you're here, come and kick it with the NPCs. If you chill, we don't care about who you be.
Yo, let me see your hands if you got that kind of life. Yeah, you heard me, I ain't gonna ask twice. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. Let me hear your war, let me see that cosplay. Shout out to the con, our hidden trove and enclave. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up.
Now I'm on stage, you know we mobbing, man. NPC Collective, that's my mobbing fam. Back then they had to laugh through a lot of hands. Now we're the ones laughing out here with a lot of fans. One thing I can say is I'm definitely not jaded, but it's the last night, so I'm definitely faded. All they be doing now is flopping on their couch, man. But the con life is awesome, I can vouch, man. We definitely made it, cause we rainy, but we over here. It's prime entertainment. All my life I have waited for the hip-hop nerds watching metal shred, then rocking DDR with some metalheads. On the final day sleeps what I lack, and the first thing I think when I leave is when will I be back? Cause the con is the place, don't care what you heard, it belongs to us all, yeah, like millions of nerds.
Now, let me see your hands if you got that kind of life. Yeah, you heard me, I ain't gonna ask twice. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. Let me hear your war, let me see that cosplay. Shout out to the con, our hidden trove and enclave. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up.
This is dedicated to all you crazy MFers that I be seeing at every single con. Doesn't matter if I'm East Coast, West Coast, down with the dirty South. That's a ludicrous reference.
Now that I'm in my dirty 30s, I'm extra worthy. That's the Cliff Note version if you haven't heard me. Older, so I'm wiser, mostly from stupid decisions and what I think about them. They made my brain tired. I learned to respect us and now I care about them. No one responds, it doesn't mean you share loud.
mellow about how I love the skin on his album. And he said people had told him that, and it made him feel more comfortable with just being himself more on albums. So while I sat here trying to figure out what to do after they said, please turn off your phone to airplane mode, I opened my iMachine app and played with the only packages that were downloaded. Now, since I'm old enough to have disposable income and stuff, I upgraded from an iPhone X to an XS Max for no reason, and now none of the packages I bought were on my phone. So I hit play on this pre-made package and decided to write a couple of lines, which turned into a couple of verses. And who knows, this could have been 3 verses if the caption didn't just come on and say, we've reached 10,000 feet. You are now approved for devices such as laptops and small computers. So now I'm gonna get on my laptop and watch TV. Moral of this story, don't worry about what other people think so much. Don't wait until you get old to realize this, because you lose a lot of joy in life. You only get one life, so cherish it. If you want to put on a 60-second speech at the end of your album, then do it. If you want to do a hilarious beatbox skit at the end of your song, just do it. Music's how we speak with our souls, and if you're not saying something you believe in, then what's the point of saying anything at all? First comes sage, then wisdom, got it. Second, third, profit. Take a look in the mirror and tell yourself, today I'm loving you. First comes sage, then wisdom,
You seem to be the only one worthy of a final test. Remove as many of the bells as you can. One sound and you fail. Go.
Now the way I be rockin', don't think you got ready. I hog the beat like bebop, bring it hard. Rock steady, underneath the sewers in a New York City. Form a street team with the Blue Committee. Ain't blue, but they green and mean. Ninjas and turtles and pizza machines. Leonardo Warrior honor, there ain't no cheap shots. Keep looking, this dude, he got no weak spots. Shortstop, play it all, leaving the catcher. 1 through third base, he a boss, Dylan Hatcher. Dylan my homie, and he'll keep you on guard. I'll spit some shards like Splinter while I'm splitting these nerdy bars. When I get in story mode, you know I'm kinda mellow. But I keep it nerdcore, cause I'm a genius Donatello. You listen to One Up, and you said he's just a stupid lame. Didn't understand, cause you're a crank, just a stupid brain. The world ain't what it seems. You ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting scene. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines are heavy sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trip pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
Oh, you want that old chorus? Guess what? Feelings don't care what you want. The Stockman's so fly, they called him Goldblum. Right, King, so now see they should get a room. Just listen to wing nut, you gotta screw loose. Aliens are the norm in this batch of turtle soup. You got DMX for that know the Gen X. Eastman took the bait, their art could've stayed. Bebop and rock ain't sure which shell to crack. Just pick the one that makes sense, Leo, lead the pack.
Now, yo, cracking so many jokes, I call him funny, but did so much good, I call him J.R. Honeycutt. Ralphie always wanna fight, and Michelangelo, he plays so much, I call that dude DFW Nerd Night. And the good news, well, I have April reported. I destroy these food, they grunts, I hope you guys recorded. I'm behind a mask of dreams, you can't face me, they can tell I don't really give a hockey butt, Casey. In the first verse, I hit you with the pizza rhyme, slip into the past, slippery sloping like I'm spitting slime. Ninja Turtles in time, I'm gonna shell shock this line so hard that it'll silence then mine. Crescendo, megaphone, fine tunes, yellow bone, sewer surfing myself right up to the technodrome. Started from the sewers, now the whole team stepping here, shredded, destroyed, never reappear. The world ain't what it seems, you ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting team. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines are heavy sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trip pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
Cowabunga with the cowboy breaker. Got my dude shredded looking like an MF Vega. But don't hate, cause I'm sagging on that ass. Bow raw move set for the turtle killer smash. Up, down, down, left, right. Konami code 7 lines into the dark turtle night. You got your Technodrome stories. Nothing as nice as that red-headed shorty. Some suited with connection to the boys. They got some toys, show vans, show razor. They riding in the criminal flavor. They think they got it bad, they got Triceratops. Busy destroying worlds, teleports in New York City. Brain flying in, he wants to steal the show. Got Irma scared Splitter doing rat time kung fu. Multicolor foots holding up the track. The populace freaking out, kid drag breaking habits.
Don't need ooze to give him a bruise when the science orders are ass kicking. Don't get included in my muse. Let cool have a temper that's worse than Raphael. They say I should keep it inside, but what the shell? That's why my name ring bells like Lord Norinaka. Take it back, ring bells like Hector Salamanca. Breaking Bad, born to be the city's heroes. More cutting edge than what's wielded by Leo. Bite styles like mouses, got nothing in stock, man. Think the backs of the fly, get the swatter fam. We'll take them lightly, but that's an easy win to me. Tuss who said it best, never lower your eyes to enemies. Keep them hustling like secrets at TGRI. Closest thing to perfect, 9.95. Splinter told me if I touch beats, treat it like pizza and eat it. Super shred the mic, so good.
The world ain't what it seems, you ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting team. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines are heavy sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trip pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
And now, a poem by Hans Mollman. I think that I shall never see. My cataracts are blinding me.
Moment, Hans Moment, can't keep Hans Moment down. Moment, Hans Moment, can't keep Hans Moment down. Moment, Hans Moment, can't keep Hans Moment down. Moment, Hans Moment, can't keep Hans Moment down.
Hans Mollman is his name, aka Ralph Mellish. He's a stone cold player, Artie as if was mad jealous. When he dated Summer first, plus he's only 31. Drinking ruined his life, is such a sad story, son. Got a knife in his cane and a fire in his loins. The indie movie star who took a football to the groin. Burns thought he was a leprechaun, drilled him in the head. Slept with Lars Ulbricht's grandmother, then chilled with her in bed. He's more metal than Metallica, though that's not so hard. Homer drove him off the cliff, so impatient in his car. He was hauling Poe's house, just another day for Hans. But he's back on his feet, cause he's the mother flipping man. You know there's no escape from the fortress of the moles. He's been burnt, run over, buried, but he's still on a roll. He's been radiated, detonated, heartbroken twice. The Lazarus of Springfield always coming back to life. His name is Moment, Hans Moment. You can't keep Hans Moment down. He's the bad luck Brian up on 20 Oak Grove. Hipster glasses so thick and brown. Moment, Hans Moment. You can't keep Hans Moment down. Cause he's trying out for Poochie while he's waiting on his kidney. He's the talk of the whole darn town. Have you seen his green pants? Have you seen his new shirt? He wasn't yelling boo, he was yelling boo earns. Attacked by Roomba robots gone anthropomorphic. He's part Droopy the dog and part Kenny McCormick. He was riding on his Harley on the cover of his bio. Crashed into Planet Hype, yeah, he's been up there for a while. He was texting Homer, hit him, well surprised, he survived. He's twice as cool as Wheelhouse, though he can't really drive. Have you ever felt crushed by the weight of the planet? If you have, let me tell you that Hans Mollman understands it. You've gotta get up, you've gotta put on your tie, lace up your orthopedic shoes and look up at the sky. And say, hey, solar race, today you won't burn me up. Keep that Mollman PMA, you can break out of that rut. Cause when you're stuck in the snow, when you're starting to turn purple, just remember Hans Mollman when the wolves start to circle. Moment, Hans Mollman, you can't keep Hans Mollman down. Cause he's like cowabunga dudes with a skateboard in his hand. Hipster glasses so thick and round. Moment, Hans Mollman, you can't keep Hans Mollman down. Even in his iron lung, well, he's still dependable. He's the talk of the whole darn town. This player was the mayor over 30 years ago. Brought an anthem to the people, he told everyone he wrote. Then one day it was discovered that the whole thing was a hoax. So they tied him to a horse out in the desert, let him go. This player was the mayor over 30 years ago. Brought an anthem to the people, he told everyone he wrote. Then one day it was discovered that the whole thing was a hoax. So they tied him to a horse out in the desert, let him go. This beat is my recital. I think it's very vital to use the Force for good, of course. Our Skywalker, that's my time. Here we go. If I were a Jedi, I could out-rap Busta Rhymes. Going in like Qui-Gon Jinn for the win, I could flow in quadruple time. And at the Canadian border, every time I went on tour, I'd be like, this is not the undeclared MC Lars merch that you're looking for. I could levitate like Yoda, I'd eradicate Ebola. I could pick up girls, literally, even master the viola. I could read all of War and Peace in 10 minutes, entirely in Russian just to say that I did it. I could even catch that golden snitch playing Quidditch.
Wait, wrong movie, innit?
Pod racing up the 101, surpassing Golden Gate traffic. R2 on the roof of my Prius, dude. I could FaceTime holographic. I'd play for the A's and we'd win every game. Resurrect Mac Dre, do it all for the Bay. They'd all say, hey, Lars is Neato, and always let me cut the line at El Farolito. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some Jedi rhyme. So I said this rhyme I'm about to say. I fought the Sith, and it went this way.
If I were a Jedi, bet I'd get all the ladies. I would mac it more than Dumbledore or Leto Atreides. If you try to strike me down, I'll just be more powerful. If I were a Jedi, that would be hella awesome. Singing do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. And if you don't believe it, you will fail every time.
It's a trap.
still I be going beast mode. Like if global guest was around for grown-ups and the bonus prize is getting in shape, showing up. Steady on my grind till I send my name, cause I can only move forward like a ninja game. We going in, so don't you miss this. I'm running through this training like Ultra Instinct. For all might, I take flight, going plus ultra, no stops here, no brake lights. A Shenlong swelling up like a snake bite, gaining mass like a new fish man, the great white. From city to city, stepping into a new challenge. All the ninjas that I meet are supporting with no malice. All sweat, no tears. We get cut, yeah, no cheers. Some on my mind over matter. A machine clank when I'm going up the ladder. Ninja, rap, ninja, rap. Take a few spills while you're relevant your skills. Ain't for the fame, it's for the thrills. Go ninja, go, go. You never know where you go, what obstacle is waiting on you, so you gotta stay super like pseudo. We go hard, no, I can't skip. Keep it going all day until my hands rip. And if I lose, I don't panic. I just up the weights like a space trip dynamic. It's organic, the way it happened. The exact same way that I started rapping. Was just fun, but we still laughing. And the journey's even better than what I imagined. It's all joy, no hassle. I keep going back like Mario to Bowser's Castle. Cause at the end, I'm still nerdcore. Is that phrase even a term you heard or? Nah, bring it back, cause this a ninja rap. Put your hands in the air with my real ninjas at. Yeah, some on my mind over matter. A machine clank when I'm going up the ladder. Ninja, rap, ninja, rap. Take a few spills while you're relevant your skills. Ain't for the fame, it's for the thrills. Go ninja, go, go.
Even though the art of the ninja is far more sophisticated than just martial arts, students start with simple climbing techniques and handling standard weapons. The ninja also developed ninjutsu, the art of the ninja.
Some on my mind over matter. A machine clank when I'm going up the ladder. Ninja, rap, ninja, rap. Take a few spills while you elevate your skills. Ain't for the fame, it's for the thrills. Go ninja, go, Ninja, rap, ninja, rap.
just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? And it go like, hey. It still feels good. All these years later, it got me screaming like, life is gorgeous and you add to the scenery, but I'm not sure of what you mean to me. I ain't known of you for some time, but it don't take a whole day to recognize sunshine. So I gotta know, yeah, I gotta know. Are you looking for a DD on the honor roll with a lot of dough that's always down to go? Or do you just want someone with common goals? Are you looking for one man or one night? Someone who stays or leaves before the sunlight? This ain't a courtroom, no judgment from me, but the jury's out. I need a testimony. Have you been with a rapper before? If I came to your city, would you see me on tour? Said I had a metaphor, but I think I'm at a 10, so there's something I gotta ask before the night ends. Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? Said I can give you more than everything you need. What's he got that I don't got, girl? Give me just a thing or two. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do. Are you high on life, or are you down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe, or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? The night said that it's young and I'm relaying the message. Feeling good, or down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe, or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? Don't think long, these are simple questions like, simple questions like, simple questions like, simple. I just really wanna love you, and I just want you here with me tonight. Are you high on life, or are you down to your luck? Do you wanna make out, babe, or do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? The night said that it's young and I'm relaying the message. Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? Said I can give you more than everything you need. What's he got that I don't got, girl? Give me just a thing or two. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do.
Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything for a reason. Everything for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens
my god, I never thought I'd ever hear MGMT again. But guess who popped up on the Yo Gabba Gabba Spotify station yesterday?
She's late for baby yoga, but she's looking hella fly. Breastfeeding out in public, catching everybody's eye. With her brand new Orbit stroller and her probiotic smoothie. At Whole Foods checking prices on that tasty vegan sushi. With that Adbusters mag and her artisan toast. She's always shopping local and avoiding GMOs. Scoping out the Lululemon if it line on her phone. Using Amazon Mom, cause she's always on the go. Watching Girls on HBO really takes her back to the Bushwick parties and the vinyl stacks. She misses Cafe Grumpy and Brooklyn Label. But when she's back in Franklin, she can never get a table. She remembers Luna Lounge where she passed out flyers for an underground band named Arcade Fire. Before Lena Dunham was successful and paid, Hipster Girl was on the L trying to find her way.
Well, hipster girl grew up and got her MFA. Married with a mortgage and an IRA. Hybrid minivan up in the carpool lane. But hipster mom is doing okay.
This may seem like a stupid question, but is breast milk vegan? Can I call you back in a bit? I have to Skype my lactation consultant.
She looks so good when she shops organic, cause she cares about her baby and the future of our planet. But life has gotten hectic now that she's become a mom. Though the charter school waiting list isn't all that long, and the Mandarin immersion that they offer every morning combines a bit of Waldorf and a bit of Montessori. And the rooftop playground has an urban petting zoo with recycled wood chips and a Manhattan view. Cause her Greenpoint sublet had to go. Bedford got too crowded and she'd seen enough shows. So she married a designer and moved to Park Slope. Found a nice brownstone and they took out a loan. And her Etsy store has been doing great since Ellen Page Instagrammed her diaper bouquets. Before the Starbucks down on Union sold soy lattes, there was Hipster Girl trying to find her way.
Well, hipster girl grew up and got her MFA. Married with a mortgage and an IRA. Hybrid minivan up in the carpool lane. But hipster mom is doing okay. Well, hipster girl grew up and now she makes it rain. Amber teething necklace that she bought fair trade. Vegan chocolate cake for baby's first birthday. And hipster mom is doing okay.
Did you hear Jessica had an elective epidural? It's like she doesn't even care about the health of her newborn. How basic.
No more TV on the radio, it's NPR, where she heard the interview in her husband's car with her ex-fiancé who had gone EDM. But ever since her wedding, it was hard to stay friends. And his Coed hoodie with the dragonfly, she kept it in her closet as the years went by. Who's cried a night about? Asked Terry Gross.
A girl I knew in Brooklyn, we were once very close.
Well, hipster girl grew up and got her MFA. Married with a mortgage and an IRA. Hybrid minivan up in the carpool lane. But hipster mom is doing okay. Well, hipster girl grew up and now her world has changed. The vintage Slayer onesie has begun to fade. Still on the second page of 50 Shades of Grey. But hipster mom is doing okay.
Are you kidding? Of course I'm not going to let her wear pink. Didn't you see the Huffington Post article on Facebook this morning? Gender roles are so passé. That's why I'm siding with Blossom on the whole Frozen controversy. Have you seen Blackfish? It is so sad. There is no way we are ever going to have a birthday party at SeaWorld, ever. Do you think the gold iPhone 6 clashes with her indigo aura?
Yeah. It's time to learn a little bit about the DMAIC process. When you're doing your process improvement projects, you should follow this path. First you got define, then you got measure, then you analyze, then you improve, and then you gotta control your process. I know that you're on the grind. It's no good if you can't define the problem on hand. Call it out, grab your mans. Before you start to solve, make sure you understand. Go smarter, pull out your project charter. Keep your scope in check, no time to be a martyr. Side block, why not? But
one line of sight to your customers. Cyclops, translate for your boy with the VOC. It's the OG, it's better than saying he told me. First get your mind straight, approach it like a blind date. Get to know the problem a little before you try. Hey, form a team, you can call that. All I wanna know is where your squad at. Just define, don't attack, don't attack. Do a UNK, bring it back, bring it back. Take it back to define where your charter at. Take it back to define where your starter facts. Take it back to define, let's make it smart, cats. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back to define where your charter at. Take it back to define where your starter facts. Take it back to define, let's make it smart, cats. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it. I'ma guess where you messed up, beta. Where the plan at, better check that data. I don't care if it's mini tab or data, need to get on the same wavelength, theta. Hold up, better cap that track back. Cause you said you don't even know where the map is at. So put the straps back and hit 'em up. Watch the steps that they do and get 'em written up. If you got an SME you haven't hollered at, better pull a Gwen Stefani and holler back. Then you get to roll to the root cause. Look for things you haven't seen before, VUPA. Do away with all the noise, you gotta isolate the top 3 to 5 contributors to get it straight. If you got some quick wins, boo, don't you wait. They ready to roll, so storm the gates. Take it back, where your flow's at. Take it back, better go get. Take it back, ain't no data yet. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back, where your flow's at. Take it back, better go get. Take it back, ain't no data yet. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it. If you forget where you are, yo, I gotcha. Just think of me like Phantom of the Opera. Now we in the phase of solution generation. Mark all your charts with the new iteration. Before you go and change, man, you know you better have a really good change plan. Went too fast, that takes a toll. Now your process is out of control. Gotta take measures to protect the improvements you made and control your process. It's not sticking, bro. Who you kidding, yo? Bet you ain't even check your residuals. Go check again, better get it right. Control Charlie Bubba Sparks, get it right, get it tight. You can roll, yeah, you and a friend. Improve your process one time, do it again. Take it back to define where your charter at. Take it back to define where your starter facts. Take it back to define, let's make it smart, cats. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back to define where your charter at. Take it back to define where your starter facts. Take it back to define, let's make it smart, cats. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it. So now you've finished and you've set the bar higher than the original point, and you get to go back and do another process improvement project starting at define. Ah, see? Take it back to define. Get it?
level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure up. Swerving in the Lambo, rev it up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Talking money, we can settle up. If you want me, better level up. I've been awake for a while now. Designer boutique is my style now. It's like I'm floating off the ground now. I'm on another level, Cartier on the bezel, yeah. I get the money and run, I get the money and run. You think I'm falling in love, but it's just snow on the bluff. I get it, I live it, trying to fit in my world, but it's far from basic. No, I'm not complacent, got it so good, no, you can't replace it. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure up. Swerving in the Lambo, rev it up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Talking money, we can settle up. If you want me, better level up. I've been no, I've been no, I've been no, wow. I've been no, I've been no, I've been no, wow. I've been no, I've been no, I've been no, wow. I've been no, I've been no, I've been no, wow. I've been no, I've been no, I've been no, wow. I've been no. If you wanna get with me, you better level up. If you wanna get with me, you better level up. Or you cannot get with me if you don't measure up. If you wanna get with me, you better level up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure up. Swerving in the Lambo, rev it up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Talking money, we can settle up. If you want me, better level up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure up. Swerving in the Lambo, rev it up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Talking money, we can settle up. If you want me, better level up.
Hey guys, if you're still tuning in, I'm absolutely loving how this doodle is coming out tonight. So in case you are just joining in and you don't know, we are drawing, I guess, 80s zombie Madonna is the best way I can describe it. So yeah, that's a thing. I'm probably going to just add a little bit of gold here and kind of go from there. Really depends on how many coats this takes because I had to shake it a little bit. If you've asked me anything in the chat as of recently, I'm so sorry. I get kind of lost in drawing, so that's definitely a thing. But yeah, I'm trying to get the chat in the window in case there's anybody asking questions. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the doodle so far. I've enjoyed actually drawing it. I really just, sometimes I'm amazed at how well sometimes my drawings come out. But I guess it's all in practice. Other times I am completely hesitant. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. You stare at something for way too freaking long and nothing looks like it's supposed to look like. That just might be me though. But if you like this doodle, definitely follow us on Instagram. We usually announce who we're drawing next. If I remember anything from painting with this gold painting like I did before, it's going to take me a few, it's probably going to take me a few coats. Seems like it's kind of separated. I let it sit for way too long. Trying to paint with it on this board, see if I can get it to mix a little bit better. But then again, we're dealing with white paper, so that's the only downside. I should really see if those Montana markers, these dudes, if they have a gold painting, a gold marker. I'm pretty sure they do. Trials and errors of being left-handed. I don't know about you guys, but I always get stuff all over this hand, and it ain't fun. It's not pretty either. It's the wrecker of paintings from time to time. Anyway, I hope you guys got something done tonight. This one, I think I'm going to let it dry a little bit, add another coat. I should have really busted out my hairdryer. Didn't think about it till now. The things you don't think about that you want to use or should be using when you're painting. Didn't think that one through. Just didn't expect the paint to separate the way that it did. Then again, like I said earlier, we're dealing with a white background. But if you like this doodle, definitely follow us on Instagram. My username is @inkeater. That would be the case for on here on Twitch, except for I think either I created @inkeater a long time ago, remember what email address it went with, so hence that girl inkeater is what we use here on Twitch if you're watching us on Twitch. And if you're not, then disregard what I said. But if you like, definitely follow us. We try to live stream every Saturday night at 11 p.m. And if you're working on something, definitely let me know in the comments, so we can keep up with what each other's doing. You know, now that I remember the David Bowie painting that I did, where I painted a ton of gold in the background, and the Barbara Streisand one that I did, it took a lot of paint. So I shouldn't be surprised if it takes a lot of gold paint to cover this one, right? Ooh, I like the way that looks. I'm definitely gonna probably add a few more layers. Anyway, we're gonna get back to the music. Feel free to ask a question if that's your thing, and if not, hopefully you're getting something done tonight, or at least you're enjoying what the doodle looks like so far. I am probably gonna give the gold a few layers. I'm probably gonna add some red to the lips just because I want that little pop of color. That's just me. Anyway, yeah, let me share a picture on Instagram stories and we'll get back to this.
mind frame out here reminds you to back your data up. Like when everybody freaked out when 99 turned to 2000. Yo, your camera hit a flash, yeah. You're bad, yeah. Put the pictures in the stash, yeah. They red, yeah. Till your phone done crash, yeah. You're mad, yeah. Now you about to spend some cash, yeah. You're sad, yeah. Your computer almost crashed, yeah. It's bad, yeah. And you spending more stacks, yeah. It's trash, yeah. It's a big time killer, yeah. No video when you go with poopy though. Man, it's so stupid though. Got them flash drives and now you're mad hype. Let it be understood, it gon' be alright. My game going hard, yeah. Oh my lord, yeah. I got 5 backups, it's all stored, yeah. You can do these tricks with the USB sticks. One's for the photos and one's for the flicks. It seems funny, yeah. Ain't cost much money, yeah. Got a whole drawer full for about 100, yeah. Them pictures looking good, better back that data. Got a big old hard drive, back that data. It's all duplicated when you back that data. How far you in the game, you better back that data. Them pictures looking good, better back that data. Got a big old hard drive, back that data. Your motherboard fried, yeah, it's alright, yeah. Cause I just did Time Machine last night, yeah. Got me sweating like a dog, yeah. Oh lord, yeah. When I realized it was all storage, yeah. Was like, it's a rap data. Shoulda backed that. When the prompts came on, bro, you shoulda tapped that. Got a fat rack like a big old dump. Got a bunch of hard drives in a big old trunk. Got all my peeps going back, please don't test me. Stored across hard drives and different SDs. Bring out the card, watch me make it rain. My backup game is utterly insane. Boy, you know you got a file clash. Better fix your structure and naming if you think your files will ever last. Got some files off of National Garage and even crappy ones that I still have them cause 1, 2, back it up with a 3-beat. Hit your files up with that quick 3-piece. Yeah. I know you can't stand it, ain't romantic. Ain't gonna lose my data like a bandit. Not 15 or 100 pics. Save $1 million or a couple 100,000 pics. Looking kinda empty, so don't tempt me. Put the pics in the middle so gently. You ain't get it though, so hear me spit it though. Cause I got 500 gigabytes of video. Them pictures looking good, better back the data. Got a big old hard drive, back that data. It's all duplicated when you back that data. How far you in the game, you better back that data. Them pictures looking good, better back that data. Got a big old hard drive, back that data. It's all duplicated when you back that data. How far you in the game, you better back that data.
Now after you back it up, don't stop. Back it up like it's not. Now after you back it up, don't stop. Back it up like it's not. Back it up like it's not. Back it up like it's not. FAT, back it up like it's not. Back it up like it's not. Back it up like it's not. FAT, back it up like it's not. Wobbity 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 wobbity. Back it up like it's not. Wobbity 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 wobbity. Back it up like it's not.
This is a song about a very minor character from Rick and Morty. Are you serious? Here we go. On a distant planet populated by another race lives a 6-pod cat who might slap you in the face. He's Kazorpazort Field and he wants his enchiladas. Vitriolic rage, well you know he's got a lot of insults that he hurls while John reads the paper. And just like Morty Jr., no destruction's in his nature. Half cat, half Kazorpian, and he don't like you either. Smack you in the head with the telephone receiver. Spitting racial epithets, spilling coffee on the table. A dark and sick reality since Rick hooked up the cable. It's Garfield minus Garfield plus a little Scorsese. While Morty's in his room with the robot making babies. On the matriarchal planet, all the women call the shots. And Lorenzo music's still alive, involved in every plot. Playing Venkman in the cartoon like Bill Murray in the movie. Rick Sanchez making conversation and it's mad confusing. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp. John, this is not a joke. Gazorpazorp Field, you've been a very bad cat. Putting normal in the oven, throwing Odie in the vat. A boiling stew, I thought you knew the power of the flame. Why did you have to immolate your friends? You're so insane. Well, Summer's been a bummer, shooting steroids, fighting demons. And Scroopy Nooper still protecting Pluto for a reason. And pizza eating people always gotta stuff their face. Showing zero prejudice, enjoying every race. Yum. Alternate realities, I know we've seen a few. Parents staying single, snuffles in the robot soup. Rick and Morty mutilated, buried in the yard. Logically impossible like Soren Kierkegaard. He might say it's absurd, word I don't even know. Raising flu awareness every song and every show. So call me MC Haps, I'm a virus-hating rapper. Hoping Morty loves me, he's been looking very dapper. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp,
Gazorp Resort Field, Gazorp Resort, Gazorp Resort Field, he's Gazorp Resort, my Gazorp Resort Field, Gazorp Resort, my Gazorp Resort Field, Gazorp Resort, my Gazorp Resort Field, Gazorp Resort, my. This is not a joke.
They call me Gazorp Resort Field. I've got an oddly improvisational feel, to be real. From a planet where males grow up to kill. John reads from his paper, but your boy keeps it real. Hit it with a you're a dumb, weak, stupid idiot. Throw a little white guild in for the fun of it. Gazorp Resort Fields is a line and I'm crossing it. Unlike ants in my eyes, Johnson, you are feeling it. I'll Gazorp Resort, it's not rude if it's honest, yo, and honestly, John's a milk toast piece of garbage, and you better prep my enchiladas with the garnish. Best believe, better leave all the cheese that was promised. Each and every weekday, stream to your monitors. Rating so high that it stops the thermometers. Driving my sports car, dodge the photographers. Up next, a new episode of Ball Fondlers.
He's Gazorp Resort, Gazorp Resort Field, 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 he's Gazorp Resort, my Gazorp Resort Field, Gazorp Resort, my Gazorp Resort Field, Gazorp Resort, my Gazorp Resort Field, Gazorp Resort, my. This is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke.
I'm serious, but when it's time to game, I go delirious. Cause in the office, I gotta keep it calm. But in rivals, you gonna catch these palms. I rock set a burn, so don't test me. And those who do will get rock ready. No, you're not ready. How I fire these Flintstones, you'll get rock ready. Ha, you not deadly. You beating me, please, hardly. And when you lose, you'll be like, the wrong one. Steve Harvey, get lit up again. Then you blame it on the paddles, cause I force burns MIB, moving in shadows. Who's next? Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when my fist flames in your mouth. Come on, man, yo, I'll bury your face with strong attacks anywhere. Aerial ace. When it comes to fighting games like ROA, better bring your A game, homie, I don't play. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, time for ROA. When it comes to fighting games like ROA, better bring your A game, homie, I don't play. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks. Next one up, are you sure you wanna challenge me? That confidence and talent, it's nothing but a fallacy. For giggles, I'm picking Maple, but we know you're clinging to hope when your chances are freaking zero. Like how Pokemon Go players flock to parks, you're always on my radar, watchers mark. LMAO, when I'm laughing, it's hearty. Boy, sit yourself down, this ain't Mario Party. Riding waves like an Orcane, bringing more pain. Zero wins your name, that's a sure thing. Call me Kissin' May with the puddle splash, no button mash, and I got airtime like a bubble gum. Harder than crag, straight absorbing rocks. Can't control me, Yobza, I'm unorthodox. Doubting that I'm good at this game, you must be credulous. Freeze before you say another word. Edalus. When it comes to fighting games like ROA, better bring your A game, homie, I don't play. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, time for ROA. When it comes to fighting games like ROA, better bring your A game, homie, I don't play. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, yeah. Grab your sticks, yeah. ROA sticks,
Dat boy, I miss you, bro. There go that boy, yeah, he used to be my homie. He doesn't come around these days, I'm feeling kinda lonely. Was it something that I said? I don't get it. He spends his nights unfortunate and his mornings up on Reddit. Can't take it personal when he's on the go. Unicycle vertical, rolling out the dough. Slick got the photo on my fridge from graduation. Pollywogs and cap and gown, you were my inspiration. I guess the metamorphosis had to happen. The fans all needed you. On YouTube, they be clapping. When they see you rolling up, classic CGI. Proud of my little bro, just know I saw that light inside. You looked up to me back when we were tadpoles, but now you won't return my calls, I'm getting kinda sad, bro. You left the lily pad, I know you had to go, but it hurt you never visit and it hurt you never wrote.
There go that boy, I hope you know your friends and family love you, it's time that you came home. There go that boy, you're always on the go, the lily pad is waiting, bring that unicycle home. There go that boy, I hope you know your friends and family love you, it's time that you came home. There go that boy, you're always on the go, the lily pad is waiting, bring that unicycle home.
Look, I was just a tadpole, chilling in the lily pad. I was living really fast and I had to go and double up the cash flow. Traded up the unicycle for a Lambo. Now I'm riding with the team, money piling from the meme. Now I'm shining on the screen. I turned into a giant on the scene. No DDP, but check the diamonds in the ring. That boy bragging about the jewelry. Sorry if I'm flashy, but the fashion kinda new to me. I'm killing every other meme brutally, and truthfully, compassion for the famine, what it used to be. Look, Peppy taught me everything, like how to make it to the top of every Reddit page. I started from the swamp and now I'm hella paid. Just bought a new loft in the Everglades.
There go that boy, I hope you know your friends and family love you, it's time that you came home. There go that boy, you're always on the go, the lily pad is waiting, bring that unicycle home. There go that boy, I hope you know your friends and family love you, it's time that you came home. There go that boy, you're always on the go, the lily pad is waiting, bring that unicycle home.
Guess you resented me when I got famous. Blowing up on Tumblr, the response was so insane. It always made you jealous every time you saw my face. On Nikki's Instagram, I saw you turn a greener shade. Hey, but I always wrote you back. I came home every Christmas on those fireflies we snacked. Sitting by the pond, you wouldn't even look my way. Just know that Peppy's here for you, that love will never change.
You used to be the biggest on the scene, and I was jealous you were living up the dream. And Pops never did enough for me, cause he got a little buzz just for sipping on his tea. I know we both really need improvement. We were so close back when we were 2 kids. Still got love, that's what the truth is, so I'ma pop up.
I'm absolutely loving how this is turning out. Except for I was a little bit impatient with the gold drying, and I kind of went at it with the Montana pen just to see, you know, hey, can I paint over it? I can, but I should really wait for it to dry. Anyway, if you enjoyed tonight's doodle, I'm probably going to call it a night, but if you enjoyed tonight's doodle, definitely hit the like button down below and subscribe to find out when we go live next. We usually go live every Saturday at around 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if that's your thing, definitely subscribe to either me on YouTube or here on Twitch, or even here on Twitter. I usually stream on all 3 platforms. And if you want to participate in the polls and choose who we end up drawing next, definitely subscribe to our Instagram channel, our Instagram page, if that's all that you do. And that way you can choose who we draw next. Anyway, I'm probably going to let this dry a little bit and then go in with a little bit more detail. But I love how it turned out. If you did, definitely hit the like button, like I said. And thanks for tuning in. And hopefully you guys actually got something done tonight. Whether that's a creation that you've been holding off on, some ideas that you've been wanting to brainstorm out. I think we're all guilty, like I said, of not getting stuff done. And honestly, I just want to get stuff done. And I figure, you know what? Why not start a live stream and actually just sit here, hang out, doodle with me if you want. Sit there and actually just watch the doodle come to life. Choice is totally yours. But yeah, if you got anything done tonight, definitely feel free to share it with me on social media. And that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this, thank you for tuning in. And if you made it all the way to the end, you are amazing. We've been streaming for 3 hours and 30 minutes. This drawing roughly took about that. I would say, taking out every break that I took, maybe 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours and 40 minutes. Anyway, I'm going to let it dry because I keep trying to touch it and I keep feeling parts of it are still wet. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse tonight. And I'm probably, once I clean it up a little bit, I'm going to be posting this on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in owning this, definitely go on there. No obligations though. But I will also be making buttons if that's your thing as well. Anyway, thank you for tuning in tonight, and that's pretty much it. Bye, guys.
Called the cops and described the box. 1 minute it was there, then 1 minute it was not. I'm like, oh my god, it's like Schrodinger's cat. The cops like, what? I'm like, imagine that. Okay, maybe I think I might be getting off track in a song about quantum physics and cats. My point is that a deterministic vision might limit your view and be a prison, while the probability that this verse is too long is 100%. So let's finish this song. I've never seen a cat like that. Schrodinger, I'm sorry, but you might get slapped. Well, you won't get slapped at the very same time. Why can't you make up your mind? Micro to macro, classical to quantum. Superpositions? I think we have a problem. When we check on the cat, is he alive or dead? You say both, but now you're messing with my head. I've never seen a cat like that. Schrodinger, I'm sorry, but you might get slapped. Well, you won't get slapped at